Ah, I'm so fucking groggy. I
Why are
just
you groggy?
napped. I napped for like the first time in months. It's the first time in months I've had a nap. And I just woke up like an hour ago. And I'm like, really, I just still feel like I'm just waking up, even though I like took a walk too before we did the show. I just still feel so like, ugh, I don't know what it is.
Wow. Well, maybe you just didn't sleep well enough.
Yeah, maybe that's
Nick
true. I mean,
Calandra.
that maybe I had a 2 hour nap, and my body was like, I'm ready to go to bed the whole night at 5:30 p.m.
There is a good chance that's exactly what happened.
But yeah, it's just been kind of a meh day, kind of a meh birthday. Here at the Riely household. I had my birthday celebration last week anyway. We went out for prime rib at a local steakhouse, me and my mother. So we did that. So that was my birthday thing. So today, the actual day, was kind of low key. She was working. I didn't really bother making any plans. I kind of just hung out at home. I started watching the Pokemon anime from the beginning. That was what I did with part of my day. And I will say that fucking every frame is a goddamn painting in the original Pokemon anime. I love the art in that show so much. It's so good. Maybe it's just like 90s anime aesthetic in general I really like, but like the original Pokemon anime looks so good.
Yeah, I know you were talking about that on Twitter earlier
Yeah, I
today.
was I was kind of live tweeting as I was watching because
It's
there
so
was some.
good.
It is so good. Yeah, I did say that. I also live tweeted about some silly stuff. For example, because I guess every cartoon had to make a joke about gross pizza in the 90s. Professor Oak in episode 2 orders a anchovy, spinach, and pineapple pizza. Fucking Ninja Turtles ass Pokemon professor and his fucking crazy pizza.
Uh,
It's so weird because he's supposed to be this like educated old man. I don't think this ever happens again. I don't think he ever mentions pizza again. But he's like, "Oh, my anchovy, spinach, and pineapple pizza is here." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" That sounds like the worst. If you told me, Riley, what you have to concoct the worst possible pizza, that would probably be what it is. You have to invent the worst pizza a person could possibly consume.
hmm.
I don't think anchovies and pineapple are very compatible toppings. Anchovies on pizza in general are pretty bad. I like anchovies on their own, but they overpower a pizza way too fucking much. It's just like the whole thing just becomes like wet cheesy anchovy basically. Like if an anchovy was the texture of a pizza, that's what an anchovy pizza tastes like. It just takes over the whole thing.
It sounds like fucking disgusting. That's what it
No,
fucking sounds like.
it's bad. It's bad. You get yourself a couple anchovies, just to shove them in your mouth. Good experience.
Ugh.
Nice, salty, tasty. But they have such like intense saltiness that if you put them on a pizza, it's just like the whole thing tastes like them, and it does not work.
It's
That's Pizza Corner with Riley. There you go.
pizza corner. Like, dude, I have my like 3 or 4 like styles of pizzas, and honestly, unless I go to a buffet, I'm not deviating from them at all whatsoever.
I mean, I'll play around every once in a while, but like usually when I'm getting pizza, it's like for dinner, for both of us. And it's just kind of like, yeah, just get like a regular pepperoni pizza. Sometimes we might get a little froggy, throw some onions on there. Sometimes we might get very froggy and get a meatball pizza instead. But that's pretty much all the shifting around that we do.
I had, pardon me, fuck, goddamn, I'm just drinking fucking soda. I got some soda snot in the back of my throat. Um, Meatball pizza. I'm not impressed by it. Like, I
I think
tried
my
to.
mother just like got tired of sausage pizza, so we started getting meatball pizza. I think it's pretty good, but like it's just kind of like any other meat could be. It's just meat pizza. Like there's nothing special about the meat. Whereas like pepperoni and sausage, I think, kind of have their own like unique taste to it that is that blends into the pizza really well. Meatball is just like you threw some meat on there and it's good because it's fucking meat, but like it's nothing special.
I gotta ask you something real quick, and then we can get back on your thingamabob.
Sure.
Who the fuck? You, Random Candor, and fucking Monkey Jones are following this guy called Randy the Wild Horse. Who is that? He sounds so familiar.
You don't know about Randy the Wild Horse? What a great man.
No, I never. I
Um,
don't think I've ever heard of it before.
he's just this like old man, this like really charming old man who I think he has some sort of like autism or something. It might have been I'm trying to remember his backstory quite right. I think like he took some kind of weird experimental drug that was prescribed to him as a kid, and it kind of like messed him all up. And now he's just like this silly old man, and he does streams on YouTube. And Monkey like found him one day, and like him and his audience started messing with him in his chat. And then Mumkey just ended up like befriending him, and now he's guested on Mumkey's podcast a couple times.
Oh, okay, cool. He's not writing an operating system to talk to the Lord, is he?
Uh, Not that I know
All
of.
right, I'm just fucking around. You know what's really
But
fucking funny
I just wanted to
is
say real quick, that's the new Boomer versus Zoomer that you haven't heard about. That's Monkey will get a fucking Randy the Wild Horse, and he'll get a Heartsy. If you remember him, that kid, he was on the issue crew for a very brief moment. And he'll have both those guys on because they're like very opposite age brackets. It's fun. I think he's done it like 2 or 3 times. I recommend those podcasts.
you sound like a hipster. Yeah, this is the new Boomer versus Zoomer. You probably never heard of it.
You probably never heard of it. Yeah.
You know what's fucking hysterical? Is that
What's
there has been
hysterical?
these people that have been taking pictures of orange juice, and they're
For,
it's the
for what
April
purpose?
11th ones because OJ Simpson fucking died,
Uh,
and all these like
oh,
gallons of fucking orange juice expired the same day that he fucking died, and I just think it's funny
that's
because they're
really
saying rip
funny.
OJ,
Rip OJ.
and then fucking Kim Jong. What the fuck? Because everyone fucking changed their goddamn names.
Wait,
Uh,
who?
Kim Side Gaming, Kim Jong Un,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kim Jong
Kim Jong
some,
Skill or whatever the
Kim
fuck
Jong
he's
Skill.
called.
Yeah, everyone keeps changing their fucking name, so I don't remember everyone's original name anymore. It's been years since everyone started doing that. But
I mean,
yeah,
even
yeah,
you
yeah.
changed your name, kinda.
Well, I
Like
did it for
you,
branding.
yeah, like you're mostly people still call you Mo Diggity sometimes,
Yeah,
but you're mostly not Mo Diggity anymore. You're Mo Side Gaming.
yeah. True that. True that.
I still call you Mo Diggity in the issue crew visuals, which maybe I should change that to Mo Side Gaming.
Cool.
Now that I think about it, I just hadn't thought about it. It's a Mo Diggity is your identity, Mo. I'm not used to you not being Mo Diggity anymore.
Waka waka.
Waka waka.
All right, we ready?
Yep, yep.
Let's go ahead and start the show. A one, a skiddly diddly. World War III starting. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? How
Jesus
you doing?
Christ.
Welcome to the MoCast. I'm your host, Mo Diggity, and I like to tell you that this is the show that can teach you how to survive a nuclear apocalypse, because bungling McFuckface Biden is like, hey, Iran, thinks about attacking Israel, our greatest ally. Don't. What does Iran immediately do? 5 fucking minutes later, fuck you, old man. Fuck you, Jews. Allah. And they fucking bomb the shit out of fucking Israel, send drones and all that. We'll get into that later on. I'm just saying this is what I had to wake up to yesterday fucking morning. So what's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the MoCast. I'm your host, Mo Diggities. Joining me today is a wacky cast character. Say what's up to Riely. What's up, Riely?
World War III's not starting. It would have
World War
started from a
Three.
million other things
No,
if it was
World
going to
War
start
Three.
from
No,
this.
World War Three is definitely starting this
No,
time.
it's
The
not. No,
20. All
it's
right, look.
not.
The
Fuck
20.
off.
No, the 20 different times I said World War Three wasn't going to start. Maybe I was wrong those 20 times, but this one, I'm definitely positive that this is the one that starts World War III. And
Listen,
quite
I read
frankly,
one tweet and it said that it wasn't going to start, and I'm going to choose to believe
oh
it
wow,
because I
one
don't want
whole
to.
tweet.
it
Wow. I
was
mean,
from.
I mean,
It
fuck
was from
me.
a.
I mean, fuck
It was
me,
from a
right? I just.
trusted political
Oh,
source. I
is it
checked.
fucking Monkey Jones, Stone Toss?
No,
Who,
no,
who the
no,
fuck is
no.
this?
It was Destiny.
Fucking Gerstiny! Fucking Cuxtony! Yo, okay. Over fucking Cuxtony! Over fucking Benjamin Netanyahu! Over fucking Biden! Like, just shuffling around going, where's
No, it
my
is.
ice
It is.
cream?
It is pretty fucking retarded that Destiny is such a big supporter of Israel.
Oh, God. I mean, just Jesus Christ. I don't see the hype or the appeal in Israel other than if you're. I mean, I guess. You know what? I'm just going to watch my language here because I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. I don't want to talk amounts of shit, just a little bit of shit. I don't see the appeal other than if you're like a fundamentalist Christian and you think that the Israelis are just squatting there on Jesus's fucking land and just keeping the lights on till their Lord arrives. Because that's how it fucking certainly feels to me. Every single time I hear a Christian talk, they're like, yeah, the book of Revelations where Jesus comes down, it's gonna be like, Israel, right? Like Israel and Jesus, because, those two are extremely closely related to each other, even though Jesus was a Jew, which is fucking hysterical on a real mundane fucking sort of way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I'll just leave it at that. It really is fucking funny. But yeah, it's just everyone thinks that Israel has something to do with the Revelations, fucking wacky punch out Bible ending. You know what would suck, Riely? You really want to fucking know what would suck?
Tell me what would suck, Mo.
If the
Besides your
Revelations.
mom on a Friday night, you know what I'm saying, boy?
Oh,
Hey!
motherfucker! Fuck you, Mom! You fucking had it coming! You just got Riley'd! Wow! But you know what would suck? If we got all this fucking way as a species, as humanity. Now, granted, the Earth is only 6,000 years old, right? But I know I triggered at least a few people with that statement right there, because I was
Yeah.
making some reference to the Young's theory, which has absolutely no scientific basis or any evidence, not even circumstantial evidence, whatsoever backing it, which I think is fucking amazing, because it's like it's a step above flat Earth retards who actually still think that the Earth is fucking flat.
Aren't they like all faking it though? That's what I keep hearing about the flat earthers. I hear it's just a big troll op mostly.
I think that there's a few who are really, really trolling, but I think the majority of them are really, really into it. And you can tell the ones who are really, really into the flat Earth bullshit because they'll make mistakes. Like saying so, they'll respond to like Neil deGrasse Tyson when Neil deGrasse Tyson's focusing only on science, where he sounds intelligent and sounds like a fucking moron when he speaks about anything else. But one of these flat earthers will respond to like, a scientist type. And he goes, you're really disrespecting the Flat Earth Society. We have followers all over the globe. And then someone will respond to them, and this is the funniest tweet ever. The response is, "Sir, could you please read back your sentence, but kind of slow until you get what you just typed out and who you're purporting to be?" Because that is fucking hysterical, right there. And there's always an answer for everything. Like, well, you just said all around the globe, right? But you said the earth was flat. Well, yeah, but if you go a certain, like, direction, and then they sort of inadvertently, I love the ones who accidentally prove that the fucking earth is round all over again. I find that just like an amazing, like, situation, like, how can you be so into your weirdo fucking little niche cult following and then fuck it up all at the same time. Oh, but yeah. Cuxtony. No, as much as I like Destiny, I think I'm going to take the advice of literally all the world leaders. There's not going to be a World War III. Are you triggered, my dude? Oh, honey, can you please get you and your boyfriend out of here while I'm, recording my super important podcast? Be
No,
right
I
back.
mean,
I'm gonna get a bunch of like lib shits from fucking YouTube, and we're all gonna canvas, and we're gonna canvas for Joe Biden. Like, Jesus
it's weird
Christ.
because he just his fucking staunch stance on Israel fucking just ostracizes them from the rest of the hyperlibs anyway.
Yeah, it's fucking
And
crazy.
yeah, but yeah, Destiny's probably stupid. I'm just choosing to cope. Felonious Ferris did say that he was stupid on Twitter, and I think they
Shout out
are
Florence
have,
Ferris.
have shout out Felonious Ferris. I think they're pretty smart, so I will. Destiny's probably stupid for that. I'm trying to find the tweet just so I can get the take here. Um,
Like, I stopped really
there it
like
is. Okay, so
I love
um,
him. I love him on the Dick Show,
me
but
too.
like you
I
but
like him as a co-host for Dick. That's how
yeah.
I like Destiny.
But like, when he starts like saying some shit like, "Okay, no more sex with men until the abortion stuff stops," and like it hasn't stopped, and he's been posting pictures of like his new boyfriend and shit. We're like, okay,
Oh, is Destiny gay now?
Destiny's everything. I don't know. I don't even really give a shit. Like, like Destiny's kind of like, oh, I thought you were this. Oh, wow. I guess like all that strange dick, your chick was taken, fucking, made you fucking gay. And then
Well,
there's
he can be bisexual. That's fine. I support him.
I know, I mean, I don't really give a shit strongly either way. I do think it's funny though during the streams where um he's having streams with fucking what's his goddamn nuts from America First, fucking putz.
Nick
Yeah,
Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes. Fuentes. Sorry.
I know how it's pronounced. I just say it wrong for fun.
Don't do that. That irks the shit out of me. Anyway, yeah, when Fuentes would like show up, like his Destiny's chick would be like, "Hey guys, want some sandwiches?" And I think it's a bit because, like, Destiny's sort of like smirking and smiling a little bit, and so is the
His
chick.
girlfriend wants to fuck.
And and no. And Fuentes is like, hell yeah, I do. Sure. Oh my god, you got such a beautiful girlfriend who, like, brings you food during the streams and stuff. It's like his dream chick. Like, but like, I think she was blonde, so basically close to Aryan, for his liking, and like, just like a babe that just brings you food and sandwiches during your little political streams and shit. And he's all like head over heels in love with this chick. I'm like, dude, you are never going to get pussy. You are going to be banging cat boys forever and ever and ever.
Fair enough. But the tweet that I saw, just to put it out there, is it says Iran needs to launch this I can't read this retaliatory strike against Israel for the regime to maintain any legitimacy and to send a message that you can't simply attack Iranian targets with no repercussions. They will not escalate beyond this attack. Israel and the US will leave some strongly worded messages to show the people that these types of attacks are, quote, unacceptable, and we will all move on. This is not the beginning of World War III. Literally, no one on any of these dog shit platforms has any idea what they're talking about.
He is fucking
Israel has
retarded.
no reason to
Oh my
respond.
god. He's
Iran will
so
be
fucking
satisfied that their
stupid.
message
He's
has been
so fucking
heard,
stupid.
and the world
He's
will
so
continue
fucking
on as
stupid.
usual.
Oh my god. The fucking war room with Netanyahu. Netanyahu crushes fucking Muslim children when he stubs his toe and he can connect it to fucking Hamas and to Palestinians. He loves killing Arabs. And finally, he has a real worthy opponent with fucking Iran. And Iran is going to fucking rail that fucking ass because I'm going to be honest with you, and this is not picking a side. I'm just sort of comparing, even though Iran doesn't have America big bucks military money, Iran has big bucks military money from like most of the other world that hates America. Plus, they're not fucking stupid. You know, it's one of the Muslim countries that's like, okay, yeah, you know, Allah and all that, but, you know, technology and AK-47s, and let's go ahead and improve our tanks and our planes, and, you know, we have a real good fucking Navy because people do not fuck around with the Iranian Navy. They do not. Like, Iran, I don't even have time, well, I have time to go into it, but I just don't want to. But yeah. No, Destiny's fucking stupid. All right, listening to fucking Pooty Poo, fucking Vladimir Putin, going, we shall support our brothers and our people and our comrades over in Iran. That means they're getting backed by big fucking Russian money, which means they're probably also going to get backed by fucking big Chinese money. And while everyone's going, you know, oh my god. Oh my god, look at Israel getting in a fight with Iran. I think that's when fucking China will invade Iran. And that's going to start conflict because our people and our fucking boats and shit are there despite our weak, incompetent, pathetic, useless fucking president and his idiot, cowardly, weak anti-males, you know, consisting all of just a bunch of beta cuck libtard dipshit soy jacks. Literally just our government is such a fucking embarrassment right now. Like, I literally would love to have like any of the last four presidents back. Bush, Trump, Obama. I do not give a shit. I'll
I
even
would,
take
I
Clinton. I'll even
mean,
take
I
fucking Clinton at this like Bill Clinton at this point over this fucking moron. God help us, this idiot is in charge. Because the reason why all this shit's happening is because America's the bully cop on the fucking beat, and now fucking where's my ice cream Biden? I'm president, man. Durr, is in charge, and just oh god, I don't want to be offensive, but just stuff and things and junk, and our country looks incredibly weak. That's why all the fucking other countries are acting out right now. Go
I
ahead.
hope that. Tell me this wouldn't be funny, okay? I just thought of this. This is just me. This is just me, kind of still high a little bit, positing hypothetical scenarios. So we all know, or at least we've all heard, that Trump wants to do more than 2 terms. He deep in his heart, he wants to run the country forever. It would be really funny if if Trump wins this election cycle, which I don't want to happen, to be clear, before my liberal friends freak
Liar,
out. But if
liar,
Trump wins
liar.
this cycle. It'd be really funny if they legalize third terms and then the 2028 election is between Donald Trump and Barack Obama.
Oh God. Like, dude, all the other presidents who are still alive would be coming out of the woodwork. I want this kind of ultimate power again. Look what I
No,
can do,
I
God.
don't think I think George Bush is too busy pissing in his diapers to run a country again. I think Obama might be the least recent president that could run again, hypothetically.
Yeah, you do kind of have a point, huh? Really, what
Yeah.
we need, maybe we could just like clone Trump and just like have like clones of Trump
Clone
just
Trump
running the
and teach
country.
that clone to be liberal. So you have the
No.
liberal Trump versus conservative Trump. They're both like
Oh.
the same level of like insufferable businessman, but they're just on opposite sides of the political spectrum. It's just Trump versus like dark Trump.
I'm Trump. You're fake Trump. Yeah, this is not the Trump. You're fake Trump news. I am the real Trump. No Trump. You're the
I am
fake
the new
Trump.
real Trump. I am the best Trump. I love universal basic income. I'm a big fan of socialism. lower lower taxes on the poor, increase taxes on the rich. Oh wait, didn't the other Trump say that too? Uh
Mm.
huge.
Yeah, just goddamn. Yeah, but yeah, World War III starting, and it's you know what, I'm such an emotional wreck, and I'm just tired of everything. I'm tired of my job. I'm tired of my life. I'm just fucking done with it. And I want the bombs to fall. Okay? I want the fucking bombs to fall. We don't have fallout vaults. So unfortunately, you're all gonna die. You there, dear listener, you're gonna croak and eat, bags of dicks. And I'm sorry, but so am I.
No,
So
you're
am
gonna
I.
make me have a panic attack again. Stop. Shut the fuck up. The bombs are not gonna fly. Stop asking for them to fly. I know I did false apocalypse alarms on the issue crew last week, but that was a funny thing about the eclipse. I don't want to be new.
Oh, fuck, you did that one? God damn it.
Yes. Oh, is that what you were gonna do
No, I
tomorrow?
would have loved to have done. I would have loved to have gotten into that.
Yeah, we did it on the episode where everybody except you showed up, something that's happened like 4 times, even though you're there 95% of the time. It seems that every time that we could have a full crew episode is like the odd week where Mo's like, yeah, I've got something to do. I'm not gonna make it.
You know what? Next, you know what? Tomorrow, since they were recording on Sunday, uh, I'm just going to like publicly announce I'm not going to show up at the show, and then wait for everyone else to show up, and then boom, I'm going to fucking show up again, and then see if people leave.
Oh yeah. Maybe people are secretly waiting for you to not be there, perhaps.
Yeah, what a bunch of bitches! You're all bitches. Yeah, but
Andrew and Random Candor secretly hate you and only show up if you're not there.
yeah, but God, I just. It would be cool. I just really, I just want to see if I can survive the initial apocalypse. And then I want to see like how I do, uh, in the post apocalypse. Cause that's really what I want to do.
I
Cause
mean,
I just want
I
to
would do
see.
terribly. I know that, and I feel like you probably would too.
Oh, yeah. Like there's about 98% chance that I'm fucking dead. But that's fine. That's fine. But I just because I also watched the new show, the the most wokeest woke show that totally destroyed the series and the credibility
What's the new
of the
woke and woke
game.
McWokenstein show?
Oh, it's yes, Wokey McWokenheimer show, the wokest that woke ever woke. The new Fallout
Wokey
show.
McWoke face.
Yeah, Wokey McWoke face, who's so woke he's woke. Woke.
Oh, the Fallout show that all the fucking grifter retards are saying is woke.
Yeah, no, it's not fucking woke at all. There's kind of a maybe implied lesbian relationship between a couple of characters, but I also don't know because they die like almost immediately because it turns out they weren't really important characters after all. The end.
Was it out of line to say, I think we've reached a point in society where you're stupid if you think just having gay characters makes you inherently woke?
Yeah, it's fucking retarded. Okay, like
Yeah.
it was quote unquote woke when it was just like, shut up, straight white male and stupid males, or like, it was after we got past the meme of the stupid cunt who fucking whines about, see, this is what I hate about video games. They appeal to the male fantasy. Like after that, like a couple of years after that meme, we're kind of been like, okay, look at all these YouTubers, the quartering, putting dicks in my mouth. Everything's
God, fuck
woke.
that guy.
Dude,
Quartering's a
fuck the
fucking
quartering.
idiot.
Fuck
Fuck
him
that
up his
guy.
stupid ass. Like, fuck him. Fuck Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. Fuck everyone in Geeks and Gamers, too. And, and fuck Yellow Flash, because he's a little bitch. Fight Vito. Fight Vito. You're a little pussy.
Yeah, well, the Bill Flash is a massive gaping fucking pussy for not wanting to fight
A
Vito.
blubbering goddamn vagina. It's fucking sad.
How easy would it be to kick Vito's ass? Like he would just have to train for like 5. You know, Vito's not gonna train. If Yellow Flash trained for like 5 minutes, he could kick the shit out of Vito because anyone could. He's a fucking idiot. He's a pussy.
Well, I don't know, man. Vito's got that hidden nerd rage. I mean, like,
Oh,
all
he's
we
got
really
heart
need,
rate.
what we need, yeah, all Yellow Flash should do is, in Vito, if you're listening to this, I fucking love you, man. I'm just kidding. Like, let's just take a joke here. All Yellow Flash needs to do is just, like, one, make fun of his Funko Pop collection, and for like 4 hours before the fight, just have fucking Dick come over there and just insist on talking about election fraud and other shit and pelt him with copies of cuties. Like have like a stack of 20 fucking copies of cuties and
Now I
just
will
fucking
use.
pelt him with it every once in a while. And like right there, just lean into his ear, you know, is it you? They fear you, like they fear death, but you are worse.
Now
Rip
I
and
will use my
tear.
secret ninja technique, and it's
Yes.
just the Vito summons like a suit of armor made out of like all the Mother's Milk Pop figures in the world, just summoned to him on
Oh my
command.
god. And just for added shits and giggles, he has a cod piece made up of entirely of cuties DVDs and Blu-rays. Uh
He has like shurikens made out of Cuties DVD.
oh my god. Yeah. No, 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 even better. Of discarded votes for Trump. I want that. Now I want that. Yeah, because I want Dick to lean into his ear and just like tell him 5 seconds before he goes out, rip and tear until it is done. And, like, dude, he'll go full fucking he'll get all fucking retard strong. And he might not stop. He'll like, you want to make fun of my fucking Funko Pops? I fucking hate Mother's Milk. Fuck the boys. And he might actually lose his shit. This might have to happen. Yeah, like, because who gives a fuck about Yellow Flash, Wear your stupid, like, wear a luchador mask and like
Is
after
he
he smashes your,
faceless?
huh?
Is Yellow Flash faceless? Excuse me. Is Yellow
Flaceless?
Flash faceless?
Indeed, Reno, because he's ugly as fuck and fat as shit.
Ah, okay.
But yeah. I want to see that fight happen so much. Rip and tear, Vito. Rip and tear. What were we
Why
talking
can't
about? Oh
why
yeah, the
why
Fallout show. Yeah, woke
okay.
bullshit.
Why
Sorry,
do
go ahead.
conservative grifters have to be so stupid? Like you can be a funny like conservative. Like I'd say that was at least at one point how you could describe Dick Masterson. Although these days he kind of leans both sides in different ways. I would say, like I'd say Michael Knowles is pretty charming, even though he's retarded because all conservatives are. Like there exists like
Stop
conservatives who
playing
can like
into our.
be
Stop
funny.
trying to suck up to our non-existent liberal audience. We don't have a liberal
I'm
audience.
just no. I'm a liberal. Our liberal audience is me.
Oh, okay.
there are funny conservatives out there, but most of them are just so fucking stupid, and they're just so annoying about it too. Like, at least learn how to make a joke.
Yeah.
Don't be the quartering.
Oh god. Yeah, the quartering just sucks so much hard cock, and I fucking hate that guy so much because he just acts like a fucking smug goddamn douchebag. He thinks that everything he does is you know what? His editing sucks and his fucking videos suck. And ever since Lofty Pixels stopped editing for him, his
Block lofty,
channel's
block lofty, block lofty,
don't
block
block
lofty.
Lofty. Lofty's fine. Lofty's good. Dick and Vito just don't like the guy because, you know, well, all right, so like
I
I
think
personally
Vito's
think,
fine with him. I think it's just Dick that hates him.
well, like, you know,
Dick and
he's,
Riely.
well, yeah, because like he's just he can be a little bit bad at speaking when he's put under pressure, under like that, and you know, just blah blah blah. But anyway,
Do you remember when Vito tried to get Dick to unblock Lofty Pixels so Dick blocked Vito?
oh god, that was fucking funny.
That was pretty
Like,
funny.
okay, this is, I think it was like week 3 or 4 of Dick blocking me on Twitter, so I can't fucking talk to him online quickly. I have to text him, which he never answers. That's fucking hysterical.
It was so fun. The
Yeah,
new biggest problem has finally, not finally, I think I finally realized to myself that, like, I think biggest problem in the universe is my favorite podcast of all time, and I used to say that specifically referring to the Maddox era, but now I think it's referring to both. I think Dick and Vito biggest problem has reached those heights. I think they're comparable to me, and I think I'm now comfortable saying I like new biggest problem more than the Dick Show, and I'm comfortable saying that both eras of biggest problem are some of the most legendary podcasts to ever exist.
see, I'm gonna have to stop you right there because, like, biggest problem, episode 1, iteration 2, already surpassed every single fucking episode of the old biggest problem.
You're wrong. You
I'm
say that
sorry.
because Maddox is a cuck, and I understand that. But he was not a cuck back then, or at
Yes, he
least
was a huge cuck back then.
he was a huge
We were
cuck
just
back then.
fucking
But
nostalgia blind, and we were
he was
like,
no, no, no. He was a cuck, but he was like a funny cuck, and he was a cuck who was willing to like be part of the joke. And slowly he lost that. But I think old biggest problem is genuinely like I still, even though I now hold them in equal regard, I would still have problems saying that the new biggest problem is better than the old, because I legitimately think that the old biggest problem, and I'm definitely not alone in this. A million people will tell you the same. It's just like there was something about the old biggest problem that's kind of hard to quantify, that just makes it this like legendary thing that I think is just it was lightning in a bottle, that society can only hope to maybe capture again something equivalent someday, just like these two uh, diametrically opposed forces destined to fucking hate each other put together in the same room for 107 episodes, to try to be friends still and fail at that, and just have a good, because but they're comedians so they're funny about it. It's just it was a unique experience. I think it was legitimately the greatest podcast of all time. I think the new biggest problem is getting there. I'd be willing to hold them in equal regard, but I think old biggest problem still holds up very well. Even if you hate what Maddox has become, I think you can still enjoy old biggest problem.
well, like, yeah. I mean, it's just it's hard for me to even get hyped for the old biggest problem episodes anymore because it's just not fun anymore. You know, like I'm trying to listen to it, but then I remember it was the 50th or 100th episode, and like, you know, big comedy show, big milestone for the comedy show. So what's he do? He makes the episode super super serious, has a friend come on, you know, and goes, you know what the biggest problem in the universe is? Being black. Blah 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 blah
That
blah.
wasn't
You know,
episode 50 or episode 100. What do you mean?
no, that was one of the big milestone episodes.
It was not. That was like somewhere in the 80s or 90s they had Denzel on. Or maybe it was like 101. But it was definitely not 50 or 100 because I know what both of those were. 50 was the unexpected guest with Asterios, and 100 was when Sean brought in Addiction.
Oh, okay. All right. I remember Dick saying something about it was sort of like a big episode
It
that
might
they
have been
were.
101 or like it might have been 101 or 99. Like it might have been like one around right around where 100 was. But I
Yeah,
know 50 was unexpected guests and 100 was Sean brought in his problem.
yeah. Sometimes I think about that time. I was like, dude, can we just go back to 2016? I was fine with her.
I'm sad that I didn't know about it when it was airing. That's like every time I discover these like great internet shows that I wasn't there for, I'm like, I'm at least I'm glad the internet works the way it does, that these things are available forever and I can still enjoy them despite them being over. But part of me is still like, man, I wish I could have like been there.
Yeah, true, true, true. I hate arriving late for the quote unquote party, and then or like I show up and the party is just now ending, but no one knows it's the end of the party yet. It's like, hell yeah, man, welcome to this big thing over here. Hey, by the way, Steve, your son is mine. It's not, you're not the father. And then party fucking down. This happened to
It's
me.
funny. One of the prime examples of that is one of my favorite podcasts of all time. Although I think I'm finally ready to admit the biggest problem is better, just quality wise, objectively. Is Insufferable Social Media Argument, which was Mumkey and Trixie's show that they had back in 2017. That only went for like 18 episodes. And the way I discovered that podcast and Trixie and the PCP in general was literally because I had just subscribed to Monkey Jones, like I was a new Monkey Jones fan, and the video why I was kicked from the PCP popped up in my recommended. The video Monkey made about him getting kicked out of the PCP, and I was like, oh, that sucks, but like. I didn't know Monkey Jones was on a podcast because I was a new fan. So I went and I listened to some old PCP episodes that Mumkey was on, and I was like, "Oh shit, this show is really good." And then I found Insufferable Social Media Argument, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever heard. And I was like, "This is amazing. I hate that these people hate each other now." And that's been the case from day one that I discovered them, and I could never hope for anything new ever again.
Oh, oh yeah, fucking Fallout and stupid woke shit. Yeah, it's just conservative fucking grifters. They know which side their fucking bread's buttered, and so they kind of I think, and I also think it's ever since the Amber Heard fucking trial, and then everyone made money, but then Nick Rekieta was the only one that made like real big fucking money. It was like the best fucking goddamn
Nick
thing ever.
Rekieta got on fucking Netflix from that shit. That's
Oh yeah,
so
like
fun.
dude, yeah, dude fucking like shot for the fucking stars and like made it and stayed there for like a brief couple of moments. Everyone else was sort of like, Johnny Depp, oh wow, a super chat for $50. Thank you, blah 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 blah. And they became like, I think they became worse content creators. I also fucking hate the fact that because they call everything woke, that makes me suspect immediately, well, okay, what are you not saying here? Because ever since I watched the Harley Quinn show, and like, cause there was an opening. The opening scene is a joke about rich white people, and it's exaggerated to the nth degree, right? Like the bad guy
Hmm.
goes, "We, the rich elite white men, are the ones in charge now." And they have a giant pile of money on their giant fabulous yacht, and Joker and Harley show up and rob them and kill them all. So it's fucking funny. You just can't be a fucking square of fucking about it, right? And the thing is, they're all fucking squares, right? And then they're also fuck ups because pieces of shit shows like fucking Velma, for instance. Everyone said that this show sucked, but you know what they did wrong?
What?
Take a guess.
They did it wrong because they talked about the gay stuff or something.
No, they watched it all on official sources. Every
Oh
fucking single one of these fucking morons watched the fucking show that they already said that they were going to hate, and I believe
no,
most of
I
them
know why
already
they did
have
it. I know
videos.
people, people are smart enough, or at least a lot of them. I'm not going to say all of them, surely, but most people are
You should
smart
say a
enough
few of
to.
them.
Uh, I'd say at least half of people are smart enough
I'd say
to
a couple.
uh okay. Anyway, they're smart enough to pirate something if they don't want more of it. People are so fascinated by how fucked up, how fucking crazy stupid Velma is that they want more of it. They watch it on official sources because they want it to succeed, because they want more of it to shit on. That is why people watch Velma on official sources, and it worked.
I just wish that we can forcibly remove all of those people from the fucking planet. I really do.
I I'm one of them. I didn't watch it, but I want it to continue because I listened to Monkey Jones's podcast about it, and that was entertaining. And I want them to have more seasons to cover.
But it's just sort of like S&M at this point. It's just sadomasochism at this point, and we gain
Yes, and it's
absolutely
great.
nothing from it. We get nothing from it. At
I'm a
least
big
that's what I
fan
think,
of the Velma
anyway.
Fan Club podcast, and I want it to continue forever.
Gross, gross. You're fired. Get out. No, but stay. I need someone to talk to for the episode.
Yeah, if Robin was here, you'd be telling me to leave, but it's just the two of us, so you can't do it alone.
Yarp yarp. So yeah, just having a gay couple, as long as
Violet.
like as long as it's not some stupid cliche nonsense. Like if it's just like, oh hey, my name's Dave, this is my butt buddy Dave, hey, how you doing, we're butt buddies, that would be that's fine. But like when they're like, ew, oh my god, did you just escape the patriarchy, blah blah blah, and all this commie gobbledygook that is prevalent in the current year, then I'm just like, okay, I'm turning you off. Uh, Blah blah blah. Like nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And they didn't really have like in your face like gay couple. It's sort of implied at the end of these two characters' arc that maybe they were, but like Hollywood's never been like one to shy away from two people, just like of the same sex, having sex on camera. So, like, I don't think that the Fallout people were like, is it a bold enough move? No, no, let's not do it. We might get yelled at. Like, no, they would just put like gay people at every scene. Well, the opposite of that would be just gay people at every scene, and that's kind of funny. But yada yada yada. I'm tired, and I just got off of work about an hour ago, and I'm ranting and rambling. Yeah, the Fallout 4, the Fallout series, not bad at all. I did thoroughly enjoy it. I'm on the fence on whether or not I would buy like a Blu-ray or DVD copy or something of it, because it's sort of like, well, I already support the shell of the Fallout series because I played like most of the games already.
Yeah, I'm in the position where I've never played a Fallout game in my life, so I had no particular interest in this show. And but most people are saying it's pretty good. So
Yeah, I'm actually surprised a lot of people who were like, this looks like crap, stupid, woke, bleh. And then the next thing you know, hey, I watched the show. It's actually not bad at all. And like, yeah, bro, because like, it's canonical to the story. However, it's after a bunch of shit too. So they can tell their own story. And also, Bethesda's fucked up their canon hundreds of fucking different times in the Fallout series. So I kind of give it a little bit of a pass, just as long as like they don't do something stupid like turn like Mr. House into like a sassy black woman. Even though maybe I might secretly love that because that would probably be really, really funny. Like, I'm Mr. House. I run New Vegas. You got a problem with that, child? You know what? Scratch that. They should totally do that. Now I'm super into the fucking thing.
Did you see that Mudahar made an innocent joke and everybody got their panties in a wad? That
Oh,
was pretty
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Calm the fuck down, everyone. God damn.
Yeah, he
What?
just made a dumb little like jape on Twitter about porn addiction when somebody like edited the 3D model of like one of the chicks from the Fallout show to give her like a fat ass.
It wasn't even
Um
that good looking
and
either.
and Mudahar just like quote tweeted it and said like this is what porn addiction looks like or something. Obviously just like a silly jape. And then all the people on the internet were like, "Oh, Mudahar, bad take, oh, a bad take after bad take,
Yeah.
Mudahar L."
Yeah, even one of my favorite fucking YouTubers, Fratanga Plays, he kind of fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And, people need to, like, make fun of Mudahar, but maybe not, like, use, like, racial slurs and shit when they speak of him. Because, like, dude, come on, man. Like, that's really unnecessary. Like it's like everyone goes for that like almost immediately. Street shitter, street shitter, street shitter. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And all the other really
Well,
bad ones. Like,
it's not
guys, calm
cool.
down.
Guys, you can't. I know you really want to say the N word and you can't, but you can't say other ones either. It's not just the N word. It's the idea and spirit of the N word, which also applies to all other racial slurs. You're still in the red if you're calling Mudahar a street shitter.
Well,
Okay, you
no,
can't do that.
I don't think people really get banned for that one because I see people fucking
I'm
tweeting
talking
out
about the
street
court of public
shitters.
opinion here, not the court of YouTube.
Oh, well, how valid really is that? Like the court of the public, a court of public opinion is only good if you adhere to it. If you ignore it, you're free.
That's fair, but like the court of public opinion is a somewhat powerful thing where like there are the people who can ignore it like cuz like it depends on like what level of shit you're doing. Like they kind of have to pick their battles to some extent. So like you can fly under the radar. But like if you really get on the court of public opinion's bad side, it can be a bad thing for you. Like they're not gonna go after every single person who says the word retard on a podcast, but like you got to be a little careful because if you get a little too hard in the paint, they will come after you.
Ugh, I can't. I will not fed post. I will not fed post. I will not fed post.
Why
All
not?
right.
This is the Fedcast.
No, this
It's
is
the
not the
Fed Postcast.
Fedcast. No, I don't want it yanked off of YouTube for like threats of violence or anything like that.
We've never gotten in trouble with YouTube for your Fed posting, Mo. We only got in trouble for vaccine misinformation or some shit.
That I'm still pissed about that. I didn't. I did nothing but quote a fucking article. I think both Violet and I both did.
We literally were making fun of an opinion people had that was stupid and we got in trouble because we said the words of that opinion and YouTube refused to listen to our appeal. So that episode gets to be Spotify exclusive. So folks,
Mm.
if you're in the YouTube audience, you can check out the episode of Fairy Smote on on the podcast platforms, the banned Mocast episode. It was
Ban
a pretty good
Mocast
one.
episode. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, the Fallout show was actually like fairly good. Uh I choose to ignore any and all like the very very few lore breaks. And I couldn't even really tell you which ones specifically they were because they were just innocuous, right? Like you could there was a faction that just got fucking obliterated and you don't know who it was until like later on. But yeah, and everyone's big booty mad because it's one of the really really big ones that got like fucking like its capital got wiped straight the fuck out, right? And they also expand upon the vault lore and all that because to be honest, we had like tons of vault lore, but we didn't have enough, I think, of a sort of like a real telling of the vault and Vault-Tec specifically, and how all these corporations came together and just decided to become a fucking shadow government, which I find fucking hysterical that no one's really pointing that out. Like, okay, guys, all these corporations in their world got together to form basically a fucking shadow government. Is that like not concerning to any of you at all? Maybe like a parallel between like reality and fantasy? No, Biden is great president. Corporations are good for you. You are, oh, look at you. You're posting on a corporate thing. Well, hypocrite. NPC overload. And that's I. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I kind of got off the rails there.
Yeah, you went too hard in the paint, Mo.
Yeah.
I lost the plot there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry. In conclusion, Fallout the Fallout show it's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Like
Fallout.
I would recommend like watching it once, and hey, if you like it,
Should I play Fallout, one of them?
fuck yeah.
Cause like, I
Play new
mean,
play Fallout New Vegas. Just play the best one right off the bat.
it's just I always am so trepidatious to try to get into a new game series because like I can never pay attention to video games and I always drop them and I always feel like a piece of shit for it.
Okay,
Like I
here's
bought like I hear people talk so good about these games and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. The last time that happened, the last time I acquiesced to that feeling, was when I was at work and I was unreasonably stoned. I was fucking in a whole different world, and I was listening to an episode of a podcast that I am on again now, but I was not on at the time. I had quit at the time. Pixels, Polygons, and Fun. They had Demi on as a guest, and they talked about Skyrim. And their conversation about Skyrim was so engaging and so convincing about how good that game was that I went home and I bought Skyrim. And then I played it for 1 hour and never opened it again.
You just gotta get past that first fucking hour of like dialogue and stuff because it's such a good story. Also, if you feel like it, you can just skip the dialogue and just watch a fucking YouTube synopsis video on it.
Hey, I'm too autistic for that. I have to see it all, or I won't see any of it.
Eh, you're
But
lost, sucker. Yeah, but well, if you
I
couldn't,
really
well,
want
hold
to.
on.
Oh, sorry.
If you had those problems with Skyrim, because Skyrim's made by the same company that made Fallout, so you might not even enjoy the Fallout series if that's the case.
I've heard like isn't like because Skyrim is like the thing about me is I'm really not into like medieval fantasy stories. I don't know what it is, but like they've never really vibed with me. I'm more of like a sci-fi guy or like a modern story guy. I don't like fucking medieval stories. I just don't get into them. Fallout I've heard is like, it's a future apocalypse story and I've heard that like the writing is good and that there's a lot of like satire maybe.
It is.
So
It
like
is.
I might enjoy it for that reason, whereas Skyrim is like, here we are in the gardens of Mordor to slay the dragon. I'm like, fuck off, I don't care.
But it's really fucking cool. I love that. Okay, but yeah, my personal pick for you, and it like you don't have to play any of the other Fallout games to get any of the other Fallout games. They're all like standalone adventures, right? I recommend that you play Fallout New Vegas because it's the most fun. The intro is only about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and you get to build your character stats. And it's a ton of fun to do that. Like, I'll spend like a good 45 minutes trying to customize shit that I want. And there's tons of character customization and all sorts of stuff. So, fuck yeah, I recommend Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I might be into it. I really need to just like sit down and play more video games. I need to fucking force myself tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking cut one of my toes off if I do not at least for an hour tomorrow stream Persona 4. I started Persona 4. I bought it. because Jason had recommended it shortly before our breakup, and also because for a while, because the new Persona 3 remake came out, so it was kind of in my mind again, and I was like, I played Persona 3 for a couple hours, and I really liked it, but I kind of fell out of it, and Jason had told me that Persona 4 was much better for beginners than Persona 3 was. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'll buy Persona 4. It's not that expensive. Let's give it a shot. And I streamed it like 4 or 5 times, and it's been really fun. But then, because I have these brain worms that won't let me fucking pay attention to a video game for long, I have not streamed it in close to a month now. And I really need to fucking get back to it before I forget everything that was happening and feel compelled to restart. Because that's another problem I have with like story-based games. If I care about the story, and then I drop them for a long time, I become like compelled by my autism to restart because I'm like, but I don't really remember what was going on. I feel like I'm not really in the story anymore. I kind of have to, I feel like I have to restart this to get the optimal experience, and then I never finish anything. But I mostly remember what's going on in Persona 4, so I have to play it again before that stops being the case.
Yeah, like try to play a whole fucking like semi-modern game all the way through.
Yeah, I think Persona 4 is the closest I've gotten in a long time to being into a modern game. Well, that's not true. Well, a modern game that's not Nintendo, that's probably correct. I'm trying to think of the most recent game that I've played all the way through and enjoyed that was not a Nintendo game, and I think it might be GTA 5. If I really think about it, a game that came out 11 years ago.
Well, you and a billion other people,
That's fair. That's fair.
because I think it's like up to the billions now, right?
Yeah, that's true. GTA 5 is a phenomenon, sure, but the fact that like a modern game not for a Nintendo console has yet to grip me since that game 11 years ago that I can remember in my head. I'm trying to think of like any game that I've given a shit about since GTA 5 that's not a Pokemon game or a Nintendo game. I
That
don't know if it's true. I
that
don't know
one
if there is one.
that one Garfield game that you played.
Oh yeah, I love that game. That game was awesome. Such a great video game for all your friends and family. Even fucking Dragon Ball Z Kakarot I didn't get into somehow miraculously. I still have yet to get past the Saiyan saga in Kakarot, and I've had it for like a year and a half.
Is the
I
Saiyan
I
Saga any good? Or
did
Kakakarakara?
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's a good game. It's just like it's an RPG, so it's like long-winded and there's like a lot of side quests and stuff, which is like cool, but it's easy for me to lose the plot and then just kind of get bored doing side quests and turn the game off. And that's just been my problem. I think Kakarot's a great. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of Kakarot, and it's a very cool game. But I just can't like sit down because like again, it's like this weird autism where like I feel compelled to do the side quests because I want the new content that's not just the same shit from the anime. I want to experience like all the other shit that it has to offer. But a lot of that is like to go get some items, go fight some robots. And it's like this is boring, and then I'd shut it off when I could just be going for the main missions and playing the game and be totally fine. Kakarot's good though. The DLC is really cool from the footage I've seen on YouTube. There's well they put in Battle of Gods and Resurrection F and Bardock and the World Tournament with Piccolo Jr. And they put in the End of Z and they also I think I talked about this maybe on this show before, if not on another show that you were on. But they did the End of Z and they added in a Goku versus Vegeta fight that's like really good, and it's a really cool game. I should play it more, but I don't play video games anymore. That's been for like 4 years. My internal character arc has been me falling out of love with video games and thrashing to fight against that and failing. Because I still love video games in my heart and soul, like as an art form. Like I have such an appreciation for video games and what they are and what they mean to people. I love hearing people who love video games talk about why they love them. I have such a deep, genuine appreciation of video games that goes beyond just the video games themselves. But I have this weird thing with my attention span where just like I can't make myself play video games anymore, except the new Pokemon generation every couple of years can suck me in. But other than that, I just can't sit down and play video games. I don't know what it is. I have such a deep appreciation for the art form, but I can't fucking pay attention.
Yeah, I need to hurry up and beat Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, you never beat Elden Ring. I forgot about
Well,
that.
because I just been sitting on it, I was like, all right, I'll get back to it, and then I got really, really into Final Fantasy 14 and World of Warcraft, and I haven't been able to tear myself away from either one of those games.
You see, that's the one thing I'm thankful for with this shitty attention span thing is I will never get sucked into an MMO. I can't do it. I've tried to get into MMOs. It's just not for me because I don't put that level of time into video games. I can't even bring myself to play video games that have like 15-hour campaigns and that's the game. Never mind hundreds upon hundreds of hours in an MMO grinding for fucking Shagnar crystals. I can't do it.
For Shagnar crystals from the Shagnarian people in Shagnaria.
That's what you do in World of Warcraft, right?
More or less, yes. More or less, yes. Except it's normally get 15 Shagnar crystals in Shagnaria from the Shagnari.
Okay, okay.
Riely, I think you just created a fucking WoW faction. Quick, pick the give them.
Shagnaria.
All right, yeah, give them a race. Any race you want, like fantasy race, human race, whatever race, it doesn't matter.
Um, Ogres.
Ah, there's already like a bunch of ogre
There
fucking
are already a
races
bunch of
in there.
ogres. Okay. Shit. What are other fantasy races?
I don't recall.
Goblins. They could be goblins.
Nah, the goblins kill other goblins who pretend to be goblins, so your people will go extinct within like 10 seconds. You know
Shit.
what? I don't think that there are really too many pigmen out there.
Pigmen. Okay, they
Yeah,
can be
like
pigmen.
men as pigs. Alright, so the Shagnari are pigmen from Shagnaria, and they're governed by
Uh,
the Shagnari,
yep, and they have crystals.
which you have to fucking slaughter them to get. So get
Yes.
going there, hero, for the Horde or Alliance, whichever faction you're a part of. Hooray. Good job, Riely. You made WoW great
Inventing
again.
new World of Warcraft lore here on the Mocast.
Riely, I hate to say it, but I think I've said all I can say tonight. Yeah, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Uh, I feel like there was something I was getting. I have that like sneaking feeling. I'm sure you understand this feeling
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah.
I feel like I had something that I wanted to say tonight, but I just can't put my fucking finger on it. I'm like, shit, there was something I wanted to say. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I just can't fucking remember. I'm just gonna, oh, I remember. I wanted to ask you what you thought of last week's thumbnail
Oh, fuck. Last week's thumbnail for what show?
for the Mocast. This one.
For the Mizzo Kizast?
Yeah, it's the last post of the YouTube channel, in the YouTube Discord channel, if you want to look at it.
Creep Jealous Pussy?
Yeah, that was the
Actually,
thumbnail
like,
for the
this is
Mocast.
pretty good. As far as, like, YouTube thumbnails go, this is pretty good.
Yeah, we did the Mocast versus Lolcow Live last week. This thumbnail actually, I think it's good too. And the funny fact about it that nobody knows, because she asked me not to credit her, but I am going to talk about it on the podcast. 'Cause I don't think she cares about that. I did not make this thumbnail. What happened was I was working on this thumbnail while I was in a voice chat with Demigloom and Squeebo. And my original version of the thumbnail was a much more Riley core thumbnail. What it was I had I had that death battle, like I had like a death battle template. And it was me and you on one side, and then it was like a silly PNG of Keemstar's head and the picture of Boogie with a gun from when he shot at Frank Castle, and a shitty picture of Jordy turned upside down. And I screenshot it to Demigloom, and I was like, what should I put in the background? Because I it was just a white background, and I had to put something behind everything. And then we were trying to workshop backgrounds, and eventually she was like, "Hold on," because she's been making these like downfall thumbnails, which is like the YouTube trend where people are making like, you know, the rise, fall, and decay of whoever, like the downfall of whoever, and like all these that trend and like the thumbnail trend that goes with it. And she made this thumbnail and she hates it for some reason, but I thought it turned out pretty good. So I used it. She asked me not to credit her in the description, so I didn't, but she did make this thumbnail
Why wouldn't she want credit for it?
because she doesn't like it. She thinks she did a bad job, which I disagree with.
It's YouTube, so who gives a shit? The bar is
Yeah,
really
that's
incredibly
fair.
low. This like hopped over the bar and actually did like a little couple of twists and looked good. So you know, Demi nailed it. Good job, the both of you.
And there we go. That's what I wanted to mention. So we're all squared away.
All right, so I guess I do have some parting thoughts here. Okay, folks, for fuck's sake, when it comes to world conflicts, okay, you listen to the world leaders what they are saying, and then you make your determination for you. Don't let some fucking like Uber cuck fucking like tell you what's not or is gonna happen, because like usually like 99 times out of a million, they're right. You know, like they're usually wrong, you know, that much out of like 99 times. You know what I mean? So yeah, you
Yeah.
know, like watch the world. Don't watch fucking YouTube for your stupid fucking like watch live streams of information coming in, cuz you know you need to keep up to date whatever your like ability to blah 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 yada yada. But Jesus fucking Christ, people, don't listen to fucking Derpstony or Nick fucking Fuentes or you know just goddamn you fucking people. And the Fallout show was pretty good. I liked it. I'll give it like a pretty like strong 7.5 out of 10 with like a not a badass seal of approval, but like a you know, Fallout style fucking thumbs up.
Hell yeah.
So I'll give it that. So Riley, where can they find ye?
Folks, you can find me in a whole lot of places. They're all conveniently gathered for you to click on at linktr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe. That's Riely Cinematic Universe. So many podcasts, so many YouTube channels. There's the Issue Crew, which Mo Diggity is on a lot of the time. We talk about issues. It's pretty good.
As a crew.
Um, as a crew. That's correct. Uh, and there's also Detour Ahead, which I would like to shout out. And a very good podcast I do with my friend Alex every week. Just a fun comedy show. We pick a topic and talk about it. Sometimes we just kind of don't pick a topic. We just talk. It's kind of it kind of free flow. Sometimes it's free flow. Sometimes we pick a topic. You never know what you're gonna get on Detour Ahead, but we do cameras on there now, so that's fun. And this past week we interviewed a transgender stripper. So if you want to hear that interview, you can check out episode 80 of Detour Ahead. It was a good time, and many more, folks.
Nice, nice.
Mo has no reaction to me interviewing a transgender stripper on my podcast.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It was pretty based. And Alex just like found this person on a Discord miraculously. I don't even know exactly how she went about it, but like I think she was in some like local queer community Discord looking for podcast guests, and we found this really cool she was really cool. It was a fun interview. And she was a professional transgender stripper who really likes pole dancing. And we got to talk to her about her experience in the industry and stuff like that. It was a really interesting interview. It's probably the I've done very few interviews in my time as a podcaster, and it's probably one of the most interesting.
I personally, I have no fucking clue what I would ask a transgender stripper. Like, what do I ask them? It's like, so you're
I
trans
mostly
and
it
you're a
had nothing to
stripper?
do. I didn't ask them anything
Oh,
about their trans. It was mostly about being a stripper. I didn't really bring the trans stuff into it. But it was really interesting to hear a stripper's perspective on the strip club industry and their experience with it. Because a lot of the stories you hear from strip club people just around are like all the girls who like went into it because they were abused and had a terrible experience. But there are a lot of people who are really into it and have a lot of positivity about it. And she's one of those. She's really passionate. She enjoys like the process of pole dancing and stuff. And it was really interesting to get her perspective on the whole thing. I think it was a super interesting interview.
cool, cool, cool. Well, y'all fucking check that episode out. That sounds like pretty cool. You guys can find me. I mean, are you done with your plizugs, dog?
Yep, yep. Just
All
link
right.
tr.ee/Riely Cinematic Universe for all your Riely needs.
Hell yeah. All Riley all the time. Just Riley all up in your grill, all up in your face. And you
That's
have
right.
to deal with that whether you laugh or cry or feel nothing. Hey, anyway, you can find me at MSG Official YT. That's Moside Gaming on Twitter. Twitter.com/MSG Official YT. Moside Gaming on Kick.com/Moside Gaming on YouTube, which our videos are starting to do kind of well-ish a little bit. I think I'm starting to get a WoW audience because now I'm getting like 100 video. I'm getting like 100 views a WoW video, starting to almost like I'm right
Watch
at
the
the cusp of
video.
it.
Watch the video that says it's like wow, but there's a bug infestation
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
some
yeah,
title like that.
fucking
I'm in
Jello, you
that.
little bastard. He fucking like I'm starting to like I go on like an epic rant with tons of good fucking solid points, and instead he slowly fades in Ted Kaczynski, the fucking Unabomber, because
It was so funny.
yeah, like the fucking government man was like Ted, dun 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 dun. Hey, I sent you a package, Ryan, but don't open it like, while I'm here. Wait till I leave, because I'll just be embarrassed, you know. So I'm ripping off Saturday Night Live. Will Ferrell played a really good the Unabomber. He played a good Ted Kaczynski. And he's like, "Here, guys, I got you a bunch of gifts, but don't open them up right now. Just wait until I leave, okay? I don't want to be embarrassed,
Yeah,
because he goes to his
he's
old
shy.
college reunion. Oh yeah, most
I
I
like
gaming.
how
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say I like how my quote it's like mind-numbingly fucked was attributed to Martin Luther, the ancient person.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was a funny gag. This the video was great. I will say too, just solid editing, a lot of funny bits. I liked. I was surprised at how good your audio leveling was on stream. I was expecting it to be worse. I will say though, one thing I will say. If you fucking have the sound on the video game again, if we're doing a talk show crossover, I'm gonna kill you with my laser eyes. I swear to God.
What did I do?
We were supposed to be doing a talk show podcast crossover. And the last time we did that, you muted the game, which was the correct thing to do. And this time you did not mute the game.
Oh yeah, my bad. I think I was stoned and I wanted to hear WoW sounds.
That's fair. That's understandable.
But yeah, yeah, fucking Mosai Gaming everywhere. And my Twitter, I have a link tree in all my description. I'm all bullshit. Check it out. Ooh, yeah. Chunka chunka chun. Thanks for coming out. I really do appreciate it. You know, just Just don't listen to fucking Destiny. That pisses me. I've been pissed off about that all fucking episode long. Is like, Destiny weighed in on this super important issue. My dudes, nothing's gonna happen. You see, if you weren't so triggered, my dudes, and let's talk about the age of consent. Like, no!
Destiny
I'm
talked
kidding.
about the age of consent a lot. I thought that was Vouch.
Oh no, that was back in the day, but he kind of saw how like the wind was blowing on that topic, so he stopped talking about it.
The age of consent is fine, guys. It's fine the way it is.
It needs to be higher.
Maybe it needs
higher.
to. I don't know if
higher to
I don't know if I need to
27.
make the argument that it needs to be higher, but
27 or
it definitely
28.
does not need to be lower. You fucking freaks.
Okay, yeah, it's just good lord, like because people are so fucking stupid in their teens and their 20s. Like it should be like if I really want to be a fascist about it, maybe like 35. That's the age of consent right there.
I feel like, from what I've heard,
I don't actually want to have a conversation about age of consent. I'm just having a bit.
No. But just real quick. I all I want to say is, I'm not talking about anybody specific here. Neither am I really going to go into any specific points. But I feel like a lot of it's a bad conversation to have, and you shouldn't have it. But I feel like a lot of people get quoted out of context. It's weird. The term age of consent is a weird term because there's the part of it where it's like, what's the age where you can have sex, where you can just have sex with anybody? And then there's the part where it's, what is the age you can have sex? Because like you'll get, I've heard of cases where like kids will get in trouble who are like 2 years apart because like one is 17 and one is 15 and the age of consent is 16. I feel like a lot of times when people are arguing for the age of consent being lowered, that's what they're talking about. But it's just not a good quote to have out of context.
Yeah, age of consent should be 35.
35.
Yeah, 35. Just
honestly,
like
the age of consent should be the same as the age you become a senior citizen, 55.
In fact, you know what? No one gets to have sex.
sex.
None. You all lost your pussy privileges, okay? No one gets any dick or any vajich, okay? None. No big titty goth GFs for you.
Damn
anyway, folks, thanks for coming out. I really do appreciate it. And you guys have yourself a good one. See you hopefully next week.
Goodbye.
Ta-ta.